Hey man, Todd with 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐓 Coaching. Hope you guys are doing well. Wanted to discuss a little bit today about how you can maintain emotional balance, focus, composure, sense of peace when you are faced or in a situation where the conversation is around a difference of an opinion. It happens a lot, right? And when we find ourselves in these situations where it's opposing opinions, there can be a lot of energy. And so how do we deal with that most healthily? Well, first I think it's important just to acknowledge that it happens. I think any time that you and I are challenged in our beliefs, our values, things that we're holding as our tenets of how we operate in the world, ourselves and others, and we get challenged on that, there is a natural reaction to push back, charge, defend. It's totally normal. So one, just acknowledge that the surge that you might feel, it's normal. It's just part of living and breathing and having a brain and thinking about life and thoughts and you in it. But beyond that, after that initial surge, what can you do? What can I do when I'm in this situation where there's just this big difference of opinion going on? One, I can pause, I can breathe. I think it's important to slow it down. I don't need to answer, react, respond. I don't need to do anything, boom, that fast in the moment. I can breathe. I can look off into the sky and think. I can look down and think. I can take the time I need to kind of get a sense of me and my body and where I'm at and formulate a response and kind of what I want to do. I get to choose my time in the response. So pause and breathe. The next thing, what is your goal? What is my goal in this situation? What do I want to have happen? What do I want of myself? I am the only one that I can control in the conversation. I can control what comes out of my mouth. I can control on how I respond. I am in control of me. I'm not in control of anybody else. What they say, what they do. So, what is my goal? Is my goal to have a productive conversation? Is my goal to stay aligned with what I believe? Is my goal to show up in a manner that I believe is how I want to present and reflect in the world? What is it that I want? And after understanding my goal, I think it's important that you and I really understand our core values. What are my values? What is important to me here? What is it that I want to stand on, speak to, and notice that I can stand and speak, and I don't have to get loud. I don't have to get angry. I don't have to defend my values. They're mine. I hold them. I don't owe an explanation to anyone about them. I don't have to defend them and get someone else to agree with me about them. They're mine. And that takes a lot of the energy out of it too. Because when I really understand what my core values are, I feel congruent. I feel aligned. I feel centered about my position, about what I'm saying, about where I'm at. And again, I don't have to convince someone else to share my same values. And I don't have to defend the values I have. It's like, these are my values. I have reasons, I can share them if I want, but I don't need to get into a tit for tat. So it's really understanding the power you hold of your agency to own and hold what you believe is true. And then I think there's exercises we can do to practice, to get better about being in conversations where we have differing opinions. One of them is journaling. Spend some time journaling. What do I feel about this? This thing came up, this conversation came up. What was going on with me? What was the struggle? What was the tension? What was the issue with me that maybe was creating some behind the scenes emotion that I would rather not have or deal with? Just practice with that, sit with that, reflect on that. Yeah, I think those are some things that you and I can do when we find ourselves, as we do, in conversations, in places of differing opinion, that you are able to take control and show up how you want to show up. And you are not subject to another person's whatever's going on. It's about empowerment, and it's about showing up strong, and it's about showing up congruent, and it's about showing up aligned with who you are. So that's my encouragement for you today. Think about those things. Think about pausing and breathing, thinking about what is my goal here, thinking about what are my values that I hold, and really understanding that I don't have to explain or defend them. They just are. If someone's open and they want to hear about it, great. But if they want me to fight about it, I don't have to. I get to make a decision whether it's productive, going back to the goal that I want to have out of the conversation, or it's going to be non-productive. So where do I want to put my energy? All right. Food for thought. Hope this helps, and put it into practice. Let me know how you do, things you run into. Be very curious how you have used pause and breathe, identifying your goals, checking in with your core values, and seeing how that helps you through these conversations. All right, I'm Todd with Empowered Men Coaching. You guys have a great day. Ciao.